This is gonna be part 2 of how to make $1,000 to $3,000 per day in junk removal within 90 days. And I have some notes that I kind of wanted to go over that I missed in part 1. This is gonna be part 2. Make sure you watch part 1 first. I kind of do a high level overview of steps 1 through 14 in that video. It's all the steps that I did. I promise you, if you just follow those steps and actually do it, you can make $1,000 to $3,000 a day. We're averaging per truck $2,500 to $3,000 per day per truck, and you can do the same. I didn't go much over traditional marketing in that video, or probably won't ever do any traditional marketing because I never did any. I went so hard on Google ads and local service ads and Thumbtack and Craigslist. We'll go over local service ads and all that stuff in a minute, but I went so hard on those that I didn't need to do traditional marketing. I was able to close pretty much every phone call that came in. Not every single one, but I'd say 50% of the calls I'd close. I'd go out, do the job, hand them my business card. They loved how friendly we were, how friendly I was, me and my lady on the truck at first. Most of the time me, but on the big job, she'd come along and help out. And if it was like just something I couldn't do, needed a stronger guy, I'd go get another guy. I'd call up a friend, jump on Craigslist, get somebody to help me really quick. I went so hard on Google ads that after 3 months of just constantly doing 2 to 5 people a day, handing out business cards, every single customer, I was getting repeat and referrals, and it just stacked and compounded. So I'm not gonna go over traditional marketing on this channel because I never did any. I am doing it now. I am actually getting yard signs. I made flyers. I have a database of 2,500 customers now. So I'm gonna send postcards like 10% off and whatever, but I'm gonna go over what I did to get to $1,000 to $3,000 a day per truck. And hey guys, by the way, if you like what I'm talking about or you want more information or any questions, please comment below and also subscribe if you like what you're seeing, because I wanna keep pushing out videos, but I need to know if you guys like it, okay? So please comment what you want to see next and subscribe. Step 1 is be humble. One thing I wanted to cover that I didn't cover when I got into this business, I definitely had a superiority complex. I was in the tech space. I've been a software engineer my entire life, and COVID really screwed things up. I have a lot of stories to tell. If you look at some of my previous videos, you could probably get a glimpse of it, but long story short is I was a tech guy who made millions of dollars at a young age. I've been programming since the age of 10, struck gold when I was 17, built the first MySpace profile editor ever. I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people to build one. Before I was 19, I've already cleared like $2 million, and that was all self-made. So yeah, I've been a tech entrepreneur software guy my entire life. 5 years ago, I probably thought this would have been beneath me. I wouldn't have wanted people on Instagram or my friends to like think, oh, I went from this tech millionaire to, oh my God, now he's picking up people's trash. I would just have wanted to be like a big investor and just buy the trucks, get the employees, and just be the business owner, the CEO, without actually doing the hard work in the beginning, without actually growing it from the bottom and up. But that was 5 years ago. There's a lot to my story that happened. I blew millions of dollars. I had the mansions, I had the Bentley, I had the Lamborghini, I did the partying, I did the drugs, I did it all. I lost it all. So my life journey, it's quite an interesting one. We're not going to get into it in this video, but over the last 3 years, a lot has changed. My entire view on life has changed. Losing everything 3 times in a row and tech not working out for me. The last app that I was building during COVID is what pivoted me towards junk removal. And that's where I really had to humble myself and actually be willing to get my hands dirty. I've been a nerd my entire life. I have not ever done anything labor-wise, nothing at all. I don't know if you guys have this problem. I'm just mentioning it because it was a problem for me 5 years ago. Be humble and actually do this kind of work. It's not beneath anybody. Doing a service is the highest form of anything, and I didn't respect that before. In summary, because I had been humbled by life, I was able to go to hoarder houses. I was able to do meth houses. I was able to clean homeless camps and pick up shit, feces, urine, crystal meth pipes, needles. I did it all. Even my lady came with me. So step 1, get ready to get dirty. That was one of the biggest things for me, is that I was willing to actually do this and not be ashamed of it. Post it, share it, and get on the truck. I did get on the truck knowing I wanted to get off the truck. My goal was to stay on the truck as long as I needed to till I can actually afford to get employees. Step 2, I didn't want to talk about stuff like this, but I guess I have to. As every self-help guru and entrepreneur would say, is execution. Ideas mean nothing. Action and execution mean everything. I get so bothered by the people around me doing nothing all day. They're not building a website. They're not studying Google ads. They're not doing anything. If you don't grow the balls and actually just execute and start building the website and learning how to do Google ads and literally doing this every day and not not watching TV and whatever, you're not gonna get anywhere. And on top of execution, you do need to grow balls. If you don't have the money, you're gonna need to pull out a loan and take the risk. I know Dave Ramsey says no debt, but fuck you, you're gonna have to risk it. If you don't want to take debt, the other solution is borrow somebody's truck, rent a truck. There are solutions, but if you're gonna go all in, I would strongly encourage you to finance a little truck and a trailer. It'll give you motivation. Elaborating on to part one in the video, the Google ads. Once you have your Google ads fine-tuned, you can study how to run your own Google ads and send it to a landing page, and then the landing page would have your phone number and email form. Like I said, message me, I'll show you a few landing page examples. What you wanna do is you wanna set up your campaigns. Your campaigns will have ad groups, right? And then the ad groups will have keywords that you're targeting. But the most important thing that you guys need to focus on is not just the keywords, but the negative keywords. So you're gonna put keywords like junk removal near me, junk pickup, pick up furniture, pick up couch. There's hundreds of keywords and they'll give you suggestions, but you also need to put negative keywords. In the negative keywords, you're gonna put free, trash, cars. Our list of negative keywords is at about 1,000 negative keywords. That gives you an idea of how much tweaking you're gonna do for those 2 weeks, because you're gonna get phone calls that come in and you'll see the keywords where those phone calls are coming from. And then you wanna set up the landing page with CallRail. You want CallRail to do your tracking. This is really high level stuff, but this is just some pointers and some notes. I will make a more in-depth course about Google Ads. I've hired a company, and my next video, I'm gonna talk about the 3 companies that I've tried and which one I stuck with, and I'm gonna try to work out a deal with them. If you guys use them, I'll come up with a referral code or something like that. So for the 2 weeks that they're running, you're gonna probably start at 20 bucks a day, 30 bucks a day, something like that, and just get a few phone calls and just start seeing where these phone calls come in. You're gonna start tweaking your ads, adding negative keywords and adjusting. Then in the 2 to 4 weeks you're running them and you feel like, okay, my ads are converting a lot better, all you have to do is scale. All you have to do is increase your daily budget from 20 bucks to 100 bucks. Now for me in LA, my average cost per click is about $15 to $25, just depending where in LA the click is coming from. Every click does not mean a call, does not mean an email lead. Every click just means they click, go to your landing page, and then they decide if they're going to call. It's averaged out to about every 3 clicks turns into a email lead or a phone call. So I'm spending on average $50 per lead. So as soon as the email lead comes in, I shoot them a text immediately. And I would say 75% of the time they respond to the text saying, call me now. And I'm gonna try to put in the description like some suggestions to some YouTube videos of how to run Google Ads. There's so many resources. I'll try to find some of the best videos that you can go watch in the meantime until I do my own. The Google Ads will go to a piece of software called Instapage. Instapage lets you build out a very quick and dirty landing page. And Instapage is great because it has all the built-in tracking. I think it even has built-in CallRail, so you can just integrate it with CallRail to track all your phone calls, because you want to track all your phone calls, not only so you can listen to them and just see how you did, but also it lets you track the phone call to what keyword they typed in. And then from that point on, I just increased the daily spend. I probably tested it like 20 to 50 bucks a day. Then when I got a little comfortable, I went to 100 bucks a day. Now I have no cap. In that particular area where I first started, I put no cap because there wasn't enough search volume to even hit my daily budget. My daily budget went from 100 to 200 to 300 to 500 to 1,000. Now it never even hits the daily budget. I think the most I've ever spent in that area is like 700 bucks in one day. I would say average 300 to 400. And I'm pulling in 2,000 to 3,000. Once you get your Google Ads tweaked that good, you can do the same. And I have my negative keywords tight. Like I told you, there's 1,200 negative keywords that we have in our campaign. So that restricts me from showing up for a lot of shitty searches. Like negative keywords, I gave you 2 examples, but there's other ones like 1-800-GOT-JUNK prices, Junk King prices. Now, can I advertise for those keywords? Yeah, but I guess the company that I'm working with is determined that those are bad conversions, because they are specifically looking for got junk, you know. Yes, they can see our ad, Jedi Junk Removal, and I can convert them into a customer. I don't want to cover broad searches yet, not until I'm bigger. Right now, I want to be very specific with the keywords I'm targeting to make sure I get the highest conversion possible. Something else that I forgot to mention that really helped and is a very good starting point if you don't know how to do Google Ads. There's not as much flexibility, but Google does a pretty good job. It's called Google Local Services. It's the little ad ads above the normal ads. They have the Google guaranteed green check mark box that says Google guaranteed. And these are the ads that show before the normal Google ads, okay? So I'll put a video here of what they look like. You can submit your documentation to them. They want proof of insurance, background check with your driver's license, of course, social security number, and that might be it. And it takes about a month to get approved, but once you're approved, you show up there. Now for me in California, outside of LA and in LA, it comes out to about the same amount as normal Google ads, 50 bucks a lead. It's very hard because in the beginning, you're not gonna close every phone call. So when you get a phone call, you're like, oh my God, I just threw 50 bucks away, possibly even 70, depending on the area you're in. It sucks, but you have to let them run. I've had days where I get phone calls and they're like, hey, do you know where I can drop this off? And I'm just like, oh my God, you just utilized some of my budget, and they're just calling for it. It sucks. And that's gonna happen with normal Google ads too. And Google Local Services is great. It's separate from Google Ads, so you have your own budget with them. You set a weekly budget with them. I have my weekly budget capped out as well. It can happen like this. Sometimes I'll spend like $300 in one area on my Google Ads, and then it'll spend 200 or 100, give or take. So my total ad spend between Google Ads and Google Local Services was 400 to 600 bucks. So what did we cover in this video, guys? Step 1, be humble, be willing to get dirty. Step 2, execute, don't be a little bitch, don't be a pussy. Don't listen to Dave Ramsey on this, okay? Step 3, scale your Google ads when you have them tweaked perfectly. And step 4, Google Local Services. I know I am a lot different than most of the other guys on YouTube. All the other YouTubers talk about, your traditional marketing, don't spend money on Google ads. I'm about to start experimenting hardcore with Yelp too. So give me a couple months, I'll come back with a Yelp video, maybe even 1 month. I'm about to start experimenting hardcore with Facebook ads. During COVID, I was building a travel app that was meant to travel with friends across to different countries. COVID kind of took my entire idea and just shit right on it. So I had to pivot. fast. I was down to like nothing. I had kids that had to eat. I needed to eat. So traditional wasn't the way for me. I couldn't go around knocking, like I could have, but that's not gonna make me money so I can pay rent. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going all in on Google ads. I mean, JRA talks about it all the time. Everybody else doesn't talk about it. I knew it was there, especially being in LA. And you can use the keyword tool. Sign up for Google ads, go play with the keyword planner. They have this thing called Get Search Volume Forecast or something like that. You can pinpoint down to your city. You can type in the keywords and see the search volume. Yeah, I just want to shoot you guys straight. This was just a quick little video. I hope that helped. At the end of the day, that's all I did. And hey guys, by the way, if you like what I'm talking about, or you want more information or any questions, please comment below, and also subscribe if you like what you're seeing, because I want to keep pushing out videos, but I need to know if you guys like it, okay? So please comment what you want to see next and subscribe. And as always, guys, toodles.